right. So for our practice tonight, we are going to start laying down. So I don't know about you guys, but it's Tuesday and I'm tired. So come to your most comfortable laying down position. It can be on your back, it can be on your belly, on your side, whatever feels most nourishing for you today. So take a moment to set yourself up on your mat or carpet, wherever you're practicing tonight, and just get comfortable. Bring in any pillows you need or blankets, any props or supports that you need, and just come to your breath. Feel your body resting on the surface that you're on. Notice the points where gravity is holding you most securely. And take a moment to scan through your body, starting at the toes, feeling your big toe, your second, third, fourth, and fifth toes, allowing your attention to sweep across the tops and bottoms of your feet, allowing it to wrap up your lower legs around the ankles and the calves, all the way up to the knee. Allowing your attention to rest and extending up your thighs, fronts, and backs, around the hips and the pelvis, sweeping up into your lower back. Allowing that attention to wrap around your torso, your belly, and your chest, and all the way up your back. When your attention reaches your collarbones, allow it to spill down your arms all the way to the tips of your fingers. And then observe as your attention creeps up into your palms, your wrists, forearms, elbows, and upper arms. Allowing it to spread over the tops of your shoulders and up into your neck, around your jaw, your eyes, your forehead, and across the top and back of your head. And take a moment to feel your body as a whole in this moment, in this place, allowing it to be exactly as it is. And bringing your attention to your breath, gently invite your breath to deepen into your belly. Feeling your belly rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. And as you deepen your breath, notice how it spreads up into your ribs and your chest. And as you exhale, notice how it leaves your chest and your ribs and your belly. Continuing with this three-part Dirga breath. This is our foundational breath practice tonight. Allow yourself to follow that pattern in through the belly, ribs, and chest, and out through your chest, ribs, and belly. And bringing one knee in towards your chest at a time. Gently hold your knees towards your chest, giving yourself a hug. Thanking yourself for showing up tonight, for coming on the mat, and for taking this time for you. Maybe rocking gently side to side, giving your low back a little massage, or maybe doing some knee circles, a few clockwise and a few counterclockwise. Allowing your feet to meet the mat once more. Come over onto your belly. Landing on your stomach, arms crossed in front of you, and resting your forehead on your arms. Bring your feet a little bit wider than hips width and allow your toes to turn out and your heels to turn in. And stay with your breath here. Still breathing in through the belly, ribs, and chest, and out through the chest, ribs, and belly. Notice how it's different in this position. Where do you feel it more or less? And gently wiggle your hips back and forth, releasing a little tension through the lower body and lower back. Maybe giving another sigh to release the tension of the day. Mm. And bring your feet back together and in line with your hips. Lift your head and chest up, bringing your elbows under your shoulders into a Sphinx pose. Spreading your fingertips wide as if you could make the biggest paw prints possible in your mat. Gently press your arms down into the mat, engaging your muscles. Imagine you could pull the floor towards you and feel the muscles engage in your upper back. Staying with your breath, even as we add effort, looking for the ease here in your body with the breath. And lifting your left leg and stretching it back like you could grow it another inch. Laying it back down on the mat. And again, lifting the right leg, stretching it back like you could touch the wall behind you. Laying it back down on the floor. Bring your hands out to your side, about next to your ribs. And drawing your shoulder blades back and down. Gently press through your hands, lifting your head and chest to a comfortable level. On the exhale, lowering back down. We'll do 3 rounds here, exploring whatever range of motion feels good for you tonight. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lowering down. And one more into your fullest expression of Cobra tonight. Inhale up and exhaling down. And pressing yourself up onto hands and knees. Bring your knees wide, toes together, and sink your hips back into child's pose. Now, if full child's pose down to the floor does not feel good in your body today, this is a beautiful place for a pillow or a cushion or a block underneath your head. You can also cross your arms in front of you if you don't have any props handy, and allow that to be a prop for your head. And stay with your breath here. On an inhale, extend your arms out in front of you. And the exhale, walk your hands to the left. And ground down through your right hip, feeling a nice stretch in the right side body. And still staying with your breath. And inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. And this time grounding down through the left hip, feeling that nice stretch through the left side of your body. And staying with your breath. Again, noticing how it's changed in this position. Inhaling back to center, and on the exhale, draw yourself back up into tabletop position. And on your next inhale, sweep your right arm up and overhead, rotating your chest towards the right, opening up that heart space. On the exhale, dive your right arm underneath the left, coming into thread the needle, allowing your shoulder and head to land on the floor. Keeping your left hand as supportive as you need. You can keep the left hand planted with the elbow towards the ceiling or extend it out ahead of you for a little more of a balance challenge here. Stay with the breath. Inhale deep and exhale long. These are the times that we notice things about our body, the times when we move in ways that aren't our standard. And inhale, pressing up, back to all fours. And exhaling, landing that right hand back down onto the ground. And your next inhale sweeps the left arm up towards the ceiling, opening the chest to the left. And the exhale sweeps the left arm under the right, landing the left shoulder and head on the ground. Same options for hand placement with the right, keeping it most supportive or extending out in front of you. Staying with your breath. And bringing that right hand back in on your next inhale. Sweeping that left arm back up. And exhaling, landing it back on the mat. And walking your hands about a hand's width ahead of you. Allow your chest to drop down towards the floor. Keeping your hips high, and allow your head to rest. Now, if it does not feel good to allow your head to come down to the floor, same options as before. You can always bring a pillow or a block or fold your forearms for a headrest. And staying with your breath here. And I've always learned this pose as puppy pose, but tonight in preparing for this class, I learned it's also called the melting heart pose, which I kind of love, especially when we're talking about self care and self love. And on your inhale, coming back up to hands and knees. And stepping your right foot forward to the outside of your hands. This is a place that personally I love blocks. You can also position yourself next to a couch if hands down on the floor does not feel good, or you can always come up hands on your knees. And just take a moment to shift a little side to side, a little forward back, allowing your body to settle into this new position. And bring your right hand up to your knee. Bring your torso upright and notice the stretch through the front of the left hip. You need to just rock forward and back, gently in and out of the stretch, finding that limit where your body is asking to stop. And staying with your breath here, in and out. This is a nice time to pad up your knees as well if you have a blanket handy. Give a little love to our knees here. Oh, and Kitty's joining for some kitty yoga. Now on your next inhale, shift your weight forward onto your front leg and sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. A little modified kneeling warrior pose. And on your exhale, draw your shoulder blades back and down. Bring your elbows down towards your side. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, open the heart. A few rounds like this at your own pace. Feeling the warmth in the muscles beginning to build. And on your next inhale, sweeping the arms back up. And as you exhale, straighten your front knee, shift your hips back, and bow over that front leg, hinging at your hips so you feel a gentle stretch in the back of your leg. Pausing for 2 breaths. And then inhaling, sweeping back up to the ceiling. In a few rounds, inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale as you shift back and bow. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale as you sweep back and bow. One more round. Inhale up tall. Exhale, sweep back. And landing your hands back on the blocks. Bringing that knee back next to the other one. And landing back in tabletop. And find some organic movement here. How does your body want to move? Maybe some barrel rolls or cat and cow. Maybe another child's pose. Whatever your body's asking for in this moment. And making sure you stay with your breath. And when you feel complete, meeting back in tabletop. And this time, stepping your left foot forward to the outside of your hands. Again, bringing in those blocks or being next to a chair for balance or bringing hand up to the knee. And again, just pausing to allow your body to settle into this new position. And now bringing your left hand to your left knee and pressing up into a tall kneeling posture. Allow yourself to rock forward and back and just testing out the limits on this side. Does it feel different on this side than the other? No pressure to change any of it, just allowing yourself to witness. And the next time you come forward, allow yourself to pause at that comfortable position and inhale as you sweep your arms up and exhale, drawing your elbows down and back. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, draw the elbows down and back. A few more rounds at pace of your own breath. Next time your arms sweep up, pause here. And on your exhale, straighten your front knee, allowing yourself to hinge forward at the hip, bowing over that front leg. And pause for 2 full rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, sweeping your arms up, bending your front knee. And exhale, sweep the arms back, straighten the front leg, bow in the front leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, as you straighten the front knee, sweep the arms back and bow forward. And one more round. Inhale, bend the front knee, sweep the arms up. And exhale, straighten the front knee and bow over the front leg. And coming back to center and drawing that knee back in line with your right one, back into tabletop. Bring your knees wide, toes together, and sink your hips back into child's pose. Pausing for a moment of rest. Staying with your breath here. Inhaling back up to tabletop, and we will meet laying on your back. And bring your right ankle to cross over your left knee. And just gently rock your knees side to side. A massage for the sacrum here. And when you're ready, lift that left foot up off the mat and either hold behind your right knee and at the right ankle for a gentle stretch. If you're looking for more stretch tonight, you can reach behind your left leg, supporting that thigh. A little figure 4 stretch. And staying with your breath here. And notice if it's difficult to breathe smoothly and evenly. And if it is, then perhaps that's a sign that you've gone a step too far. One of the first things that changes in our body when our system is under stress is our breath. Breath becomes shallow and uneven, a little choppier. And it's often the first whisper that our system gives us that there's stress present. Nice smooth breaths here. Maybe some circles in your left ankle. Even here, you can do a little rock side to side or simply find stillness. And on your next exhale, allow that left foot to land back on the ground and uncross your right ankle, bringing the left ankle up on top of the right knee. And starting with just some gentle rocks side to side. Mm, lifting that right foot up off the mat. Again, hands on either left knee or left ankle, or clasping behind the right thigh. And honor if there's a difference in this side versus the other side. There's often a pressure to do the same thing on one side that you do on the other. And this is where listening to your body is so important. What is your left hip asking for that your right hip may not have? Staying with your breath here. And gentle rocking side to side or finding stillness. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And on your next exhale, allow that right foot to land back on the ground and left foot beside it. And from here, begin to set yourself up for our time of rest, Shavasana. Rest pose, the time that we give our body to process everything we've experienced in our practice tonight, an opportunity for our body to just be. And as you get into position, your preferred position for Shavasana, insist on being comfortable. Take the time if you need to get up and get a blanket or a pillow. Make it your goal to be as comfortable as possible. As you settle onto your mat, allow your body to give to gravity. Allow your body to be held by Mother Earth. Allow your body to be supported, releasing all effort and tension. Let go of any conscious control of the breath, trusting that it'll continue even without your attention. And release your mind. Allow the thoughts to float by like clouds as they arise, knowing that none of them are urgent. And now rest. I will keep the time. Simply be. And beginning to bring your attention back to the room, back to your body, feeling the weight of your body on the floor, beginning to notice your breath. I'd like to offer you a reading of one of my all time favorite poems that my friend recently reminded me of that I think is very appropriate for our journey of self care. It's called The Voice by Shel Silverstein. There is a voice inside of you that whispers all day long. I feel that this is right for me. I know that this is wrong. No teacher, preacher, parent, friend, or wise man can decide what's right for you. Just listen to the voice that speaks inside. And allowing some gentle movement to come back into your body, allowing yourself to awaken in whatever way feels good. Slowly make your way back up to a seated position. And thank you, friends, so much for joining me in this self care practice tonight. And this coming week, you take care of you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.